Welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're watching this, you probably know a scenario that feels just a little too familiar, right? You've been to the seminars, you've bought the courses, you read all the books, and you even take the time to meticulously underline all the right paragraphs. You can quote all the popular frameworks at dinner parties, and yet, the life you swore you were going to build, it just isn't built. It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? Well, today, we're unpacking exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how to break out of it. We're going to use insights from a powerful framework that we'll call the Knowledge to Action Protocol. To really anchor our mindset today, we have to face a pretty harsh truth. To know and not to do is not to know. Bruce Lee hit the nail on the head here. He named what is actually going on with surgical precision. It's a high-stakes wake-up call, really. According to this philosophy, knowledge without action simply isn't knowledge. It's pretending. Like, if you aren't executing on the things you learn, you don't actually possess that knowledge in any real, tangible way. You're just playing a part. So, how do we get caught playing that part? Let's look at Section 1, the study mode trap. You know, our brains are incredibly good at feeling productive when we're actually just standing completely still. We trap ourselves in this study mode using 3 super dangerous lies. We tell ourselves, I know what to do, or I'll do it later, and then the absolute most expensive lie of all, planning is enough. When you build these elaborate plans without ever executing them, you are essentially engaging in live-action role-playing. You're literally LARPing your own success. You're tricking your brain into feeling a sense of accomplishment, while leaving your actual life absolutely identical to how it was before. There's a massive difference between actual learning, which involves acting, doing, and executing, and what most of us are actually doing, which is just collecting. See, knowledge alone is really just rung 1 on the ladder. Awareness, knowing where your gaps are, is rung 2. But the thing is, most people stay comfortably right there on rungs 1 and 2. They attend the seminars, they hoard books, underline the text, and they proudly call it learning. But guys, it isn't learning. Without action, staying on those first rungs is just the illusion of progress. It's literally just collecting information. Okay, let's dive into this next part. Section 2, the knowledge to action formula. So here we have the mathematical reality behind generating real results. It's a multiplication equation. Knowledge times awareness times action times consistency equals mastery, which of course leads to real results. But here's the absolutely crucial point. Because this is multiplication, if any of these variables are 0, the entire result is 0. Right? You can have 100 out of 100 for knowledge and awareness, but if your action or your consistency is 0, you get 0 mastery. Multiplying by 0 ruins the whole shebang. Mastery only shows up when action and consistency actually stack on top of that initial knowledge. And this leads us directly to the core truths about execution. Knowledge without action is inherently incomplete. It's action that actually turns knowledge into power. Plus, doing creates clarity. Actually, scratch that. Doing demands clarity. You can't figure everything out on a whiteboard. Ultimately, results come from execution, not information. Think about it like this. You learned how to ride a bike by actually getting on and riding the bike, right? You didn't learn it by sitting in a chair reading a manual about the handlebars. Every single meaningful skill you currently have in your life was built through execution. So why would any new skills be different? Now that we understand the math behind all this, let's look at Section 3, the 4 application steps. Consider this the training montage phase of our explainer. If you want to break through your current plateau, here are the 4 precise steps you need to follow. Step 1, learn something useful, but pick just one specific thing. Seriously, don't overwhelm yourself here. Step 2, take action now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't endlessly refine the idea, just move. Step 3, track and improve. This is absolutely vital. You need to prioritize reps over polish, because here's the secret. Polish only ever comes from taking those messy, ugly reps. And finally, step 4, repeat daily. It's daily discipline that eventually turns that raw, unpolished knowledge into actual mastery. And brilliantly, all of those steps lead us directly to Section 4, the result path. Let's walk step by step down the exact trajectory from an initial idea to a complete life overhaul. So on day 1, you acquire the knowledge. But by minute 1 after learning it, you must take action. Then, on a daily basis, you apply consistency. Over the years, this builds mastery. And over a lifetime, you achieve total transformation. But listen up, because here is the explicit warning from the source material. If you skip any single variable on this timeline, the chain breaks. Gone. Most people just stop at knowledge, but the ones who don't, they're the ones who actually get the transformation. To really make this stick, we need to completely redefine your relationship with information. Ask yourself, is your knowledge currency or is it just decoration? If it's decoration, well, it's merely stored on a shelf in your brain, looking pretty, but doing absolutely nothing for you. But if knowledge is currency, it's meant to be spent. You spend it through action in order to buy real results in your life. Our goal today is to mark right now as the moment your knowledge stops being a cute little decoration and starts acting as your hard-earned currency. Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, the 24-hour challenge. I am speaking directly to you right now. Yes, you, the focused learner. This is your inescapable call to arms. Based on the protocol we've just unpacked together, here is the challenge. In the next 24 hours, I want you to act on one piece of advice you already know but haven't actually done. Just one. Don't overcomplicate it. Take a single rep. Make it imperfect, make it ugly, make it fast. But whatever you do, you gotta get that rep in before tomorrow. Because ultimately, this is the final thought you need to take away. Win in life, not in your library. Ask yourself, if you log off right now and do absolutely nothing with what you just learned, what guarantee do you have that tomorrow won't just be another day stuck on the shelf? The clock starts now. See you next time.